Hello and welcome to another Kikuchi Electronics YouTube video. Today we're going to talk about a battery emulator system. Let's start by explaining what a battery emulator system is. A battery emulator system is a system that simulates real battery properties and characteristics. It simplifies tests, reduces the need for time-consuming preparations, and allows engineers to run repeatable tests in a much safer environment. First, let's look at the required equipment. We will need two PXB series units and a PC with SD036 PXB application software installed. Two PXB units are connected as shown in the graphic. One unit outputs CV and acts as a battery. The other one operates as a charge-discharge tester. Now, let's talk about the battery testing. To test real batteries, we would have to prepare a battery for each SoC, state of charge. It would not only be complicated, but also time-consuming. In addition, testing using real batteries lacks repeatability because of, for example, different temperature characteristics. The application software and PXB series act as a battery. Since the software can reproduce specific battery conditions, it allows for repetitive tests under conditions that are difficult to achieve using real batteries. A battery emulator system can simulate a battery at any SoC based on the IV characteristic data, providing accurate, consistent, and repeatable results. Now, let's set battery specifications and conditions and configure the communication interface. Click Settings, then Interface. Next, click Confirming Connection. As you can see on the screen, the connection is now complete. Click OK. Change the maximum voltage to 400 volts and the nominal voltage to 350 volts. Then, set the initial SoC to 70%. Let's talk about the benefits of using the battery emulator. First of all, the system allows us to repetitively perform the fail-safe tests for battery-powered devices. But why can't we use real batteries? The disadvantage of using real batteries is that once used, they must be replaced with batteries having the exact same characteristics. A battery emulator system can also perform the margin tests and conduct the failure analysis even if the battery charge is low. In addition, it can be used to measure the improvement of power management design. For example, to check how long a battery-powered device can operate with the same amount of energy. Using a battery emulator system makes preparing battery tests easier. Let's take, for example, a simulation of battery degradation. Normally, you would have to prepare batteries with a charging state of 0 to 100% or anywhere in between. The battery emulator system runs automatically, so we don't need to monitor the test constantly. Moreover, the battery emulator system can maintain the same characteristics for a long time. Lithium-ion batteries may be unpredictable and can catch fire. Battery emulators, on the other hand, do not pose such risks. We don't have to worry about safety hazards, like batteries catching fire or exploding. There is no need to prepare explosion-proof equipment or smoke detectors. Let's take another look at the battery emulator software. On the screen, you will see voltage and current waveforms during charging and discharging. A small screen is a PXB series display. First, we'll simulate battery discharging. The test starts under set conditions. A current of plus 25 amperes is set to reproduce battery discharging. The SOC is reduced from 70 to 65%. Next, the charging of the battery is reproduced. This time, a current is set to minus 25 amperes. The SOC is increased from 65 to 70%. Then the test is terminated and the data is saved. Finally, let's take a look at the recorded test data. All the data is recorded and saved as an Excel file, as shown on the screen. That's all for today's video. We hope you found it helpful and informative. Don't forget to like and subscribe. For more information on our products, please visit our website. Thank you for watching.